from his studios in New York, it's time for Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, where sports meets life. Here's your host, Dan Tortora.
Welcome back here to Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora on wakeupcalldt.com, your one-stop sports shop, and on mixlr.com/wakeupcalldt, both of which where you're listening and you're watching on Facebook Live, facebook.com/live-now-dt. I want to do this, but it's like the fingers are different because everything is backwards. But I'm getting it, right? I know that this is what I need to do when I'm trying to do this. So I'm learning. I'm getting there. People are watching right now going, why is Dan dancing right now? A little bit of this, and then a little bit of that, and a little bit of and then the shoulders. Watch the shoulders. You got to... So, I don't know what that was. But you got to you got to shimmy. You got to shimmy. But, the rails have gone off the show. They've gone off. Mon Pa's Kettle Corn and Popcorn Factory, 201 7th North Street in Liverpool, New York, brings you what's poppin'. It's time to get into those Q&As with Dino Babers as well as Moe Neal and Abdul Adams. So let me get those set and ready for you. I don't know. I don't know what's happening this morning. I'm having fun. That's what it's all about, right? At the end of the day, it's about having fun. So that's what we're doing. So thank you so much for tuning into the broadcast. And like I said, we're going to be getting into my conversations here. And I definitely appreciate you being here on the broadcast and hanging out with us here this morning and every Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Time. You're going to have the opportunity to hear from Moe Neal as well as Dino Babers and Abdul Adams. I got to speak with the head coach of the Syracuse Orange, Dino Babers, following the Holy Cross game about Moe Neal and Moe Neal accomplishing such a great feat, becoming the 23rd player in Syracuse football history to rush for at least 2,000 career rushing yards. And this is what Dino had to say to me about that.
Coach, just what you can say about Moe Neal, 2,000 plus career yards, now 2,031 after this game.
You know, how cool is that? I still remember when he came in as a freshman and was sitting there, North Carolina guy, and talking about running football, and kind of did some things that we really, really liked as a freshman and some things he needed to work on. And when I think of Moe Neal, I think about that run that he was wrestling Michigan, and he went right through two tacklers' arms into the end zone and give them the time of day when they came up to tackle, along with that backdoor power that he had delivered. He's really come a long way. He's all the kudos that he gets. And he's got 8, 9 games to run by some really impressive names in the past. So my hat's off to him and anything that he gets, I really enjoy because of a fantastic person.
So that coming once again from Dino Babers in his thoughts on Moe Neal. And the microphone at the post-game press conference was given a bunch of feedback. So, hopefully you could hear that. But really just, talking about how proud he is and the person that he was, how he's grown on this team and what he's done for this team. And like you said, he remembered the Western Michigan game where he broke through and just the way that Moe has played and the way that Moe carries himself, and with 7 games to go, has an opportunity to gain even more. So a lot of positive words from Dino Babers, who decided to keep Moe Neal when he came onto this team as the head coach of the team. There was 22 verbal commits to Syracuse at the time, if my memory serves me correctly, and Dino only kept 4 of them. He kept Sam Heckel, who has started at center. He's kept Moe Neal, who started at running back. He kept Rex Culpepper, who has gone out and played at quarterback and also on special teams, and he kept Scoop Bradshaw, and Scoop Bradshaw being the other one that he had kept here, who's played a starting cornerback on the defense multiple times. So all the guys that he kept have been out there, they've been playing, and he obviously saw something in them. Here's Moe Neal on his thoughts about reaching 2,000 career rushing yards and counting when I had the opportunity to speak with him following the Holy Cross game where he accomplished the feat.
Mo, 23 guys in the history of Syracuse football, 2,000 yards at least rushing. You have 2,031 and counting. Just what you can say about the career day and getting a victory on the day as well.
I mean, first I just like to thank God. It's been a hell of a journey. It's like I said, it's just a real feeling, to have such a great accomplishment at such a prestigious school that has a great long line, a list of running backs, and I just got to thank my teammates, past teammates and current teammates. When you get yards like that, you can't do it by yourself, especially as a running back. So the O-line has definitely been great my 4 years here, and it was a great team win today. We just got to keep moving forward.
That coming once again from Moe Neal, as you see him right there. And speaking on the offensive line and saying, listen, this isn't just me. This is the offensive line. I got to give them credit where credit is due. And speaking on positivity of this offensive line as well that's been scrutinized. And obviously, like I said, here on the show, going into the season, that was one of the things that I circled that I think needed help was the Syracuse offensive line, and that was going to be one of those things that needed to grow and blossom and get there. The offensive line being a part of that, as well as the linebacker core and the quarterback situation with Tommy DeVito being a starter outright for the first time in his career collegiately here at Syracuse. So all of this was going to take time. And Mo giving credit to them saying, listen, I wouldn't be where I am today without my offensive line. And I'm talking about all of my offensive line. I'm talking about my 4 years here, everybody that I've had. And, I spoke with Rob Drummond about that in our postgame show at the Wildcat Sports Pub on 3680 Milton Avenue in Camillus, New York. I spoke with him about, the fact that, we were talking about Moe Neal and Jerome Smith and how they've thanked their lines and how Rob's a former running back and how important the offensive line is and how it's a thankless job. If you're doing a good job, nobody says anything. If you're doing a bad job, everybody critiques you. And, Moe Neal saying, listen, I appreciate my offensive line. And I just think that needs to be stated and over again to, thank somebody like Moe Neal who takes the time to appreciate his line because of the fact that it's not all about you. The fans are focused on the skill players, but Mo knows, as any running back knows, that it's a brotherhood. And without people that are making your job, if you're a good running back, you'll find some space, you'll create something, but makes the job a hell of a lot easier when someone's creating opportunities for you. And that's something that can never go unnoticed because why turn away a helping hand? With that being said, Abdul Adams is up next. Here's my one-on-one conversation with fellow running back in the backfield, Abdul Adams, about his teammate Moe Neal and so much more.
Well, just what you could say about, you and Mo playing off each other. I spoke with Mo going into the game about it, just how you guys feed each other and just what you can say about being in the backfield with him has done for your game.
It's definitely helped me out a lot. Mo been in the system, 4 years now, so me being able to, compliment him, means a lot. He's a good running back, so, we just always learning from each other and always pushing each other.
As far as for you to get that score early on, just what you can say about the offense kind of coming out right away and charging. I know you probably want to end that way as well, but just what you can say about how you started the game.
Right. We wanted to, we didn't take this game lightly at all. We wanted to come out, play fast and physical, and that was our motto all week.
You had a recovery on special teams. Just what you could say about the importance of that in the last game against Western Michigan to not only do what you've done as a running back, but to also be involved in special teams and kind of just go wherever the team needs you.
For me, it's wherever the coach want to put me, I'm just trying to help the team, win whichever way I can, whether it be special teams, running back, whatever.
3-2. Just what you can say about where the team is going into the bye week.
Definitely heading into a great direction. We got NC State next. We're going to use this bye week to just get better. Push each other. All keep working hard. I think we'll be fine.